everyone, it's Crafty Mom with 3 sets of twins and a cat named Moonshadow who always entertains us every day. I just want to thank you for coming by and watching my video and my crafts. I hope that you will subscribe, like, hit the notification bell because Moonshadow and I would love it. Thank you and continue to watch. DIY number 1. I have those little, I guess, ceramic pots from Dollar Tree. You get 3 of them for $1. And I'm going to paint it with the Dollar Tree chalk paint and a Dollar Tree brush. And my little Dollar Tree paint tray over there that's got tons of different paints on it. And I'm using my little, I guess, what would you call it? Like my heat gun. It's actually, I think it's an is it an embosser? I don't know. Anyway, there it is, all pretty and dry. Going to put some floral in it. That floral, what is that called? Like I don't know, floral something. Not sure at the moment. My brain's not working because I've got a million things in my brain. And I can't think right now because all we've been doing is working. What is that? Oh, floral foam. That's what it's called. Floral foam. Okay. Brain started working again. I'm always happy when my 15-year-old and my 20-year-olds forget because it makes me know I'm not getting as old as I think I am. Because they forget too, thank goodness. Because I do worry about dementia, of course. My mom had it. She had Alzheimer's, and all of her sisters had it. So I pray that the good Lord will let me have my brain forever where I know what I'm doing, because it is a very sad disease. However, she did live in a nursing home for, I'm going to say, a good 17 years maybe, and she did very well. She did. Up until the end, it was pretty devastating, but she did well for many, many years. And I think it depends on the nursing home that they're in, because this particular nursing home, they did a lot of activities with them. They had it was in a beautiful area with trees, so they were outside all the time. And it was cute. They'd sit on the porch and flirt with the men. It was cute. It brings a smile on my face. All right, so as you can see, I put some moss in there. I glued it with my glue gun. I'm just taking this one flower. I saw this at Michael's, that they were selling these cute little just one flower pots, and they'd have a big old flower in it. So I sort of got this idea from Michael's. And I think it turned out really cute. And I forgot how much they were charging though. I think it turned out really pretty. All right, DIY number 2. My daughter's trying not to make noise, so if you hear something, she's just got some bags she's got to take. All right, these pots, I'm not really sure where they came from. I think, Angelina, do you remember where these pots came from?
What pots?
It's salsa bowls. Maybe Walmart's. I think maybe they came from Walmart's. I think that's where they came from.
You said either Walmart or Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I think they came from either one, but they weren't expensive. I think there were 2 for $1.49 maybe. Yeah, it's all right. Go ahead. And so now I'm painting it my favorite color. Well, I have 2 favorite colors. Well, maybe I have 3. I have quite a few. Anyway, I love this turquoise. And I love coral. And I love lime green. So, yeah. I have lime green curtains. And I remember my late husband would always say he feels like he was living in a college dorm. But I think they look really pretty. Anyway, that's a little tidbit of information there. Okay, now I'm putting Mod Podge on my little turquoise pot, and I'm going to sprinkle this pretty blue glitter that I got from Walmart's. I could have gotten, the salsa bowls. They're really nice though, salsa bowls from Walmart too, because they are made out of plastic. That's probably why they were so cheap. Okay, I'm putting more Mod Podge because I want to sprinkle a lot. And then I think I get frustrated, and I think I ended up dumping a lot on there because that little hole was not putting out a lot. And I get really impatient. I'm an impatient person, especially when it comes to crafts. Unless I'm trying to paint like something really delicate, then I try to slow down a little bit. All right, now I put it in a pan, which was probably a pretty smart idea, so I don't get the glitter everywhere. And I'm probably, I open it up to the big side. See, I'm like, okay, let's get more of this out of there. And there it is. Of course, I'm moving it too fast for you to see how pretty it is. There it is. And I put some flowers in it. And it's really pretty. I think these are cute on a table, like a dining room table, because then you could still see the person in front of you instead of the flowers like being in front of their face. Okay, DIY number 3. This is a glass plate that I got from Dollar Tree. And I had already washed it. And this is one of their bandanas that they're 2 for $1, and I got that from Dollar Tree also. Gonna Mod Podge it to the plate. My daughter's over here laughing in silence. And I'm going to Mod Podge the plate, and I'm going to put this really pretty scarf on it. And then I'm going to use my heat tool. And then after I put it under it, I'm going to put it over it. Now, I let this dry overnight. Actually, I let it dry for a couple of days, really. But, you can use the heat gun too if you're in a rush or something. But I pretty much just let it dry. I actually let it dry for a couple of days because I had to, I did another one, as you'll see. So I did 2 of these. And I wanted the Mod Podge to completely dry because even the next day you could see that it was still a little wet. Okay, there you see it before I cut around the edges. You can see it. What I like about letting it dry, some people might cut it right away. If you let it dry, it gets really hard, which is nice, and it cuts much nicer. So I wouldn't cut it right away. I let it dry, and you get a much cleaner, smoother cut. But I think these are really pretty, and they're simple to do. I think anybody can do this. I try to do crafts that will inspire people who are not crafters just to do something and you know, to put in their house that doesn't cost a lot of money. I don't do a lot of like really hard crafts because I don't have the room. I have tools, but I just don't have the room right now. So I'm hoping one day I can do more, I guess, harder crafts or work more with wood if I get the space. Because I do have like saws and all that other stuff. Look how pretty that turned out. And there's the 2 plates. I did 2 of them. They're both the same scarves out of the same little group. And I put them on plate holders. Look how pretty that is. I love the way it turned out. And this is it with some lights around it. Love the way it turned out. How pretty is that? I think my one son upstairs probably is vacuuming, but he needs to probably turn it off. Can you go tell him thank you? DIY number 4. I'm using this board that I got out from Hobby Lobby. I don't think this, yeah, I got this from Hobby Lobby. And it's a big one. It's a 16 by 20, I believe. And there were 4 in a pack, and I think they were $12. So it's a pretty good deal. So 4 into 12, they were $3 a piece. And it's a big one. And the reason I needed it, I got this decal at Dollar Tree, which I thought was gorgeous, and it needed a really big board. So you will see how it's done in 2 parts, and you got to get it pretty close. I mean, I had to do it a couple times to make sure you could not see the seam. But watch, you can see the seam, so I had to pull it apart again and get it as close as possible so you couldn't see that seam. Okay, and there it is. I'm going to Mod Podge over it. It says live, love, and laugh. This is really a gorgeous one. It's got so many gorgeous colors. If you like a lot of color in your house, I do. I don't like it really bland. You know, it's like, okay, now I'm taking all these gorgeous flowers from Dollar Tree, and I'm just cutting off the little picks on the back. I just pull them off of the bunches because I'm just using the flower heads, and I am going to glue this all the way around. And then I'm using some little flowers also. And there was still some hot glue in there, so I didn't need to add more glue. And then I'm taking little green petals and just putting them in different places. I love the way this one turned out. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's so full of color, and I mean, you can look at that and just smile because it's so pretty. It will bring you joy. So I sort of alternated the colors on each side, as you can see. Then I wanted to add some yellow because the yellow just brightens it up a lot. But look at all the color choices in the decal. It's just got so many different colors, so I wanted to follow that pattern. But I think this turned out gorgeous. You're going to have to wait to the end to see the big reveal of how gorgeous this one looks. Sometimes you have to hold it there to make sure the glue sets in. And I ended up, doing all 4 corners. Okay, and there I'm showing it to you as well as I can from this angle. It's not totally finished yet, so just keep watching if you can. It does take a while. I love these flowers. They're so pretty. Dollar Tree has gorgeous flowers for $1. I mean, you can't beat it, really. And I mean, I like Hobby Lobbies too, because they do have like the really probably more plush and high-end ones. But, depending on what you're making, it's going to, be a individual thing. I'm just cutting these with my little tool. And I'm gluing it. I stick some glue on the end of that stem and stick it in there. And then I'm using some little flowers just to add to it. I'm sort of following the picture because they use big flowers and little flowers. And this is the last part. So we will see the finished product shortly. Just remember to, cut off that little tip in the back of the flower so it'll lay flatter. Otherwise it'll just poke out and not lay right. Putting some glue on that end. Sticking it in there. Okay, and we are done. We're going to show it to you at the end of how gorgeous it looks. Look at all these gorgeous flowers and the colors. Very spring, very summer. It will perk up any room. It really will. Look, and there it is. Isn't it gorgeous? That is a lot of flowers. I think it turned out fabulous. I hope you will subscribe and hit the like button, because if you hit the like button, my channel can grow. And then hit the notification bell and you'll see the next time I upload. So here are my DIYs. I love the way this one turned out. These look so high-end and gorgeous. And this one little flower, if you go to Michael's, you'll see those and you can come home and make it. How cute is that? Thank you for watching and have a great day. Just know that we all love you and hug each other. Bye.